All right, Cowboy Nation, stand up. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all over the world, y'all might as well stand up because we won today. By the time y'all see this, it'll be tomorrow. But we actually won today. The Dallas Cowboys took their show on the road and actually beat a legitimate team, a playoff team in the Washington Commanders, which is a rival, an NFC East rival. And we won. I mean, Cooper Rush looked good. Shout out to Cooper Rush. Shout out to Cavante Turpin. Shout out to Mike Zimmer and their defense. Shout out to the Butler guy that came in for the Trayvon Diggs, who's been in and out of the lineup. So glad that we got Doron Bland back. So glad we got Jordan Lewis back. We got Marshawn Nealon back. I mean, we still got injuries though, Cowboy Nation, but the defense was able to play a full 4 quarters. Except right at the end, they made a mistake right at the end. But they have played phenomenally all game long for the most part. Just an unexpected win, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Offense looked pretty good. I must admit, Cooper Rush looked very good. Now, shout out to Cooper Rush once again, because all of these 4-letter networks and 3-letter networks, and even some of our Cowboy Nation fans, put in Trey Lance, put in Trey Lance. Look, ladies and gentlemen, let's be realistic here. Cooper Rush give us a better chance of winning. He's been at Dallas a while. He knows the offense. He's been around Mike McCarthy. He knows Shoddy. He knows the whole coaching staff. Trey Lance just got there, y'all. He got there mid-season last year, if I'm not mistaken. And so let's just give Trey Lance some time. Let the young man grow. Let him learn the playbook. Let him learn the offense. Let him learn the nuances of the game. So I'm glad they sprinkled him in and let him get some PT, especially with the RPOs and down in the red zone. That was cool. I like that. And we need to continue to let him do that. Let him get his feet wet. Let him get some reps under his belt from that particular perspective, but not him playing the whole entire game. Cooper Rush give us a better chance, you guys, and he proved it today. Now, he started out a little rusty when we played the Eagles, but I saw improvement when we played the Texans. And here we are in week 12 celebrating the victory on the road against a playoff team and one of the best Washington commanding teams we've seen in a long time. I mean, you know, that name used to be the Redskins, but now they're the Commanders. You know what I'm talking about. They haven't had a good team like that in a long time, and we just managed to beat them, and their fans are highly upset about it. But that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. All I can say is we won, and I'm glad we won. We finally ended a 5-game losing streak, and it's high time that we win. And we deserve to win. We played better. We executed better. We still had, a few little calls here and there on the offense, on some of the offensive plays. But all in all, I enjoyed the game. I enjoyed winning. And the coaching staff actually did better. Again, Mike Zimmer and the defense did phenomenally. They had a phenomenal game. First quarter to the second quarter and to like the very end of the game, they let their touchdown go. But I'm not going to nitpick with that. Ultimately, we won. And the offense played good. The offense played good. They were able to move the ball. They were able to move the chains. They were able to get first downs. Shout out to Jalen Tolbert for the touchdown. Shout out to Luke Schoonmaker. Shout out to the rookie tight end. I mean, shout out to the Cowboys offense. Finally, we saw some cohesiveness, some rhythm from the offense for a change. And it's about time that we saw that. We've been begging for it. Come on. So most of that is sequential play calling and formation, you guys. And so finally, Mike McCarthy and Brian Schottenheimer put a legitimate game plan together that actually worked. So shout out to Brian Schottenheimer. Shout out to Mike McCarthy. Shout out to the special teams. I know we missed 2 field goals. I know we had a block punt. But overall, the special teams did good. Wanye Thomas, Brandon Aubrey, and of course Cavante Turbin. That man is phenomenal. I mean, we just gotta have design plays for that guy. I get it. He's a special teams guy, but you can use him in the slot. You can use him for jet sweeps and things of that nature. So we just need to, put him on the field as much as possible, in my humble opinion. But great win. Great win. Again, I'm not going to sit here and just nitpick and things of that nature. I'm excited about my team. When Dak went down, it looked like all hope was gone. But in Rush, we trust. Cooper Rush came through. So don't throw Cooper Rush your way, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all got to have faith. Even if it's the size of a mustard seed. Faith to move mountains. And we moved the mountain today in the Washington Commanders in their own house against our former defensive coordinator, Dan Quinn, who's currently the head coach of the Washington Commanders. So Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders have lost 3 games in a row, courtesy of the Dallas Cowboys today. And like I said, you guys will see this video tomorrow. All right, Cowboy Nation, that's my time. Right before I get off, I will run down some numbers real quick. So Cooper Rush attempted 32 passes and completed 24. So that's 75%. Ladies and gentlemen, it's hard for starting quarterbacks to throw 75% of their passes completed. So shout out to Cooper Rush for that. You know what I'm saying? That ain't an easy thing to do in the National Football League. 75% of his passes were completed. He threw 247 yards, essentially 250 yards with 2 touchdowns. Quarterback rating was 125. I mean, what else can you ask for from a backup quarterback, especially when fans don't believe in them or have lost faith in them? But I'm here to tell you, just had to be patient with him. Let him get his rhythm. Let him get his feet back up under him. Let him knock the rust off. And he proved to us today that he's still a decent backup quarterback in the National Football League. And then I enjoyed the running game. It's about time the running game looked competent, and it did. Shout out to Rico Dowdle. Had 19 carries for 68 yards. He was able to get 4.5 yards per carry, and his longest yards on one of his carries was 9 yards. So average out 4.5 is good, ladies and gentlemen. Then of course Luke Schoonmaker had 3 receptions for 55 yards. He got a touchdown. And then Jalen Tolbert had 2 receptions and he got a touchdown as well. Like I said, the backup tight ends, both of them actually did good. Schoonmaker and Span Ford. And CeeDee Lamb, he caught 10 passes. His yardage was a little lower than expected. It was kind of crazy. But nevertheless, he had a good game. Yeah, Jalen Brooks actually had a 41-yard reception. This probably was the longest catch all game long for both teams. But shout out to both Jalen's. Shout out to the offense. We just been waiting for the offense and the defense and special teams to get on the same page, and finally they were able to do it. Now there are other content creators talking about that Dallas shouldn't have won this game because now they won't get a top 5 draft pick. Man, forget about a top 5 draft pick. We don't need that. In my humble opinion, I already told you guys, draft picks alone won't fix any of the problems that we have. We have a plethora of problems in Dallas, and draft picks alone won't solve all of our problems. But Cowboy Nation, we won today. Let's celebrate this win. I don't care what the naysayers say, and even some of our fans, Cowboy Nation, they like, well, like I just previously stated, now we can't get a high draft pick. Well, you can always trade up, but we always do good with the draft. That ain't our problem. Our problem is free agency. We don't do good in free agency for the most part. Last year or this past offseason, we didn't make enough moves in free agency. So that's something that we need to work on. Draft picks, we fine with that. We always do good with draft picks for the most part anyway. Cowboy Nation, that's my time. I don't have too much to say today because I'm not going to dwell on the little small nuances today. I'm just glad we got a victory. Don't know how many more we got, but we playing Thanksgiving and we playing the lowly New York G-Man Giants, and who just got rid of Daniel Jones. But for who? Do you got somebody to replace him? They got some guy named DeVito, from my understanding, and they still lost. So that's their problem, not ours. So we'll be facing them on Thanksgiving. And by the way, happy holidays to you all. Y'all just be safe. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your friends. Have a good time this Thanksgiving. And try not to eat too much. All right. That's my time, Cowboy Nation. Truly thank you all for yours. Be sure to share this content. Share it with a friend. Share it with a neighbor. Share it with a family member. Share it with a coworker. Share it with a stranger. And even your enemy. Y'all just might become cool if y'all just sit down and talk about the Dallas Cowboys. DC for life.